Diane in Denmark here, and welcome back to the Flylady's Cruising Through Christmas and the Holidays mission number 25. Woo! We've made it to the end of another week, and if you hear in your head 25 and you know the panic bells are ringing or the Christmas bells are ringing, don't worry about it. If you missed the beginning of the series, there's a link up there, and also there are recipes and crafts and more fun stuff coming. But basically all you need to know about the Flylady's cruising missions that they all follow the same pattern. There's a mission Monday to Friday, but you can basically do them when it suits your plans, and it follows the Flylady's daily focus. You know, in Flylady Land we have a daily focus, and you know, on Fridays in Flylady Land we have the thing of we clean out our handbag, our purse, you know, our wallet. I've also got my swimming bag. I'm just back from my swim, my skinny dip in the Danish North Sea, and I didn't sleep well last night, but I can tell you I've had my swim now and I feel bing, wide awake. It's really cold in Denmark right now. It's frosty. In fact, I almost kind of slid on the bridge this morning. And let me just tell you the temperature. The air at the moment here is 6 degrees Celsius, which is 42. And the sea temperature, where we were down skinny dipping, was 7 Celsius, which is 46. So it's pretty nippy. Anyway, what we normally do on Fridays on Flylady Land, as I said, is you clean out if you've got a sports bag, my towel's going in the wash. I was out last night in Tivoli Gardens with the ladies from a ladies club, so I had my sparkly bag with me, so I need to, tidy out that, get rid of the theatre programme, and I also have my bag from this week. And this is what we do on Fridays. We go through, take out, all the receipts if you've been buying gifts, Christmas gifts this week, if you were doing extra shopping on errand day, stocking up on toilet roll, coffee, all those things, because we're just kind of planning it for Christmas or the holidays or whatever you are working up to. And that's what you're going to do today. Now, please don't all groan when I mention the kind of budgeting thing. I don't normally get many thumbs down on my videos, but for some reason, whenever it's to do with money, and I get thumbs down. So anyway, give me an LLEP. We should really have an LLEP button, shouldn't we? Instead of the thumbs up, thumbs down. Anyway, all you're going to do is you're going to take hopefully, on Anti-Procrastination Day on Wednesday, you printed out your Flylady's control journal for cruising through the holidays. And if you haven't done it, please do yourself a favour. It's just a checklist. And as I said before, it looks like a lot of pages, but all the work has been done for you. You just have to fill it out and follow along with these missions. And it'll all make sense. And it is just common sense thinking about, we're buying gifts, we're coming up for Black Friday next week in the States, and it's also kind of trickled down into Europe too. Check your gift list. We made a gift list. Who are we buying for? How much do we want to spend? It's a good idea to recheck that this weekend, because we don't want to be carried away when we see all these what we think are fantastic deals, but maybe it's not something that we actually needed to buy, or we can buy something different, or a clutter-free gift, or maybe you've been making shortbread or knitting gifts. So let's just be careful with the spending here. What I normally do on a Friday is, I tidy out my handbag, and I've got a couple of receipts from this week. Put those in a safe place. Put them where you have all your bank statements, bills that are coming in. If you've got one of the Flylady's office in a bag things, put it in there. Just make sure you've got it in one place. Don't put it down on a kitchen island and think I'll get to that later today, because you know what happens then. The kids dump something else on top of that, and then your significant other dumps something else, and then it's gone, okay? So let's get them into one place. And as I said, let's check through And you can cross off, what you're buying as you buy it. And that might also help you to remember, oh, now I've got to wrap it, and put it in the suitcase until it's time to give the gifts. So we're just doing a little bit at a time. And this weekend, I'm going to be tidying up my control journal because I had, recipe out for baking Christmas cake. And I need to work on the list that I have because I've got a few gifts this week. I bought some things online, so I need to add those. So I'm not going to be spending all weekend doing it. Let me just grab my Flylady timer. Just set your timer for 10 minutes. Make yourself a nice cup of coffee or a cup of tea. Put on some Christmas music. Where's my CD? I was going to play my Christmas Mary Fitzgerald one. Yeah. Put on some good music, light a candle, just make it cozy for yourself, because what I really enjoy about these Flylady cruising through the holidays missions is that winter is a really difficult time for me. It's so dark here in Denmark. It like yesterday afternoon, it was dark by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, pitch black. And as I've said to you before, when it gets dark like that, all I want to do is throw a big rug over my head and hide from the world. But by having these missions, it just gives me some structure, like my Flylady routines, morning routine, evening routine, and it just keeps me going, so that instead of, when I'm in town, instead of just kind of walking around aimlessly, not knowing what I'm supposed to be doing, I've got my list. Oh, I'm looking for a gift for example, my niece's youngest son, who's a year old. So I'm kind of, looking for something for him. So instead of just that kind of aimlessly milling about in our lives, we've got a sense of, purpose, just like we have with the daily focus. We've got anti-procrastination day, clean out the car, date night, on Friday. So anyway, I'm going to let you go now because I really don't want to have you sitting here all day. We're just enjoying organising these things and having some fun while we're doing it. And it is Friday, date night. As I've said to you before, my husband and I, we don't do the going out for date night because we love to stay in with, books and watch something on the TV. So I've got our favourite snacks to have tonight. But anyway, just to wish you a lovely weekend. I'll be doing a video over the weekend on wrapping, and not that kind of wrapping, but, wrapping up presents and maybe something else. So we shall see. Anyway, that's it for me. Diane in Denmark, have a great weekend. Live long and prosper. And that was number 25 of the Flyladies cruising through Christmas and the holidays missions. Work on your budget and just let's be aware of what we're spending. All right? Okay, that's from me. Bye for now.